They can really swing that bat.
Yeah.
Like every third time they swing the bat, they get a hit.
This is
great for them.
This is an iconic fight. I'm glad you chose it. We had to. It would have been provocative if we didn't.
It would have been, some would say, controversial.
All right, so how about this? Let's take a quick break, and then when we come back, we will talk more bathroom fights. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks. We had some good fights so far. I am loving it. All these fights are A+ers to me.
If not A++ers.
Yeah. It's a whole new grading system. Well, bathroom fights have a funky grading system, don't they?
They do. It's a bit of an earthy grading system, maybe like a sharp kind of asparagus-y grading system. Pungent. Ooh, perfect. See, look at that. Look at the vocabulary coming out, huh? These are SAT bathroom words.
I can't do any more, though. I just spent all my power level dropped about 7% on that one.
We got to get solar panels. We have to find sun-based fight scenes now and solar panel fight scenes.
Let's do it. Out in the open fight scenes?
Out in the open fight scenes, out in the sun. Everybody's absorbing it. Or, Ra, right? Egyptian sun god-based fight scenes. Because, there's a plethora of those in films.
Yeah, so many. So many of those.
Some might say too many.
We probably have to do a 3-parter.
If not more.
Yeah, you're right. It would be like 3 6-hour episodes each, so we'd have to really stretch it.
Exactly. Rather, they had 8 Fast and Furiouses. You know what I mean? The least we could do is 9.
Yeah. We have to pick movies that there's no roofing over their head at all. Like a tree can't be over their head. They can't fight in a forest.
Ooh.
Or under a pavilion that's open to the elements.
You don't see a lot of pavilion fights, do you?
The world needs more pavilion fights, I think.
Right? I think the world just needs more pavilions in general. It's not pagodas. Pagodas can go kick rocks.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking a A-class pavilion.
I'm a big pavilion guy.
Love pavilions. There's a venue just outside of Baltimore, Merriweather Post Pavilion, one of my favorite venues to go to for live music.
Wow. It's a nice pavilion?
It's so A-class. It is a world-renowned, assumedly, venue all its own. I'm fairly certain, in all seriousness, the guy that designed Red Rocks also designed that pavilion, or that area. There's a connection there, which I'll take it. Maybe I'm making it up. Who knows?
He's on the Mount Rushmore of pavilion makers.
He is. Both sides of his face, the left and the right.
Wow.
And it cascades up.
The pavilion Mount Rushmore in Vermont.
Yeah. And every year there's just bands that come and play, and there's a light show on the faces. Primarily it's Fish, but every so often somebody else comes along.
Yeah, it's only Fish in 7-hour concerts. The bass line just until it goes until the guy passes out. All right, you ready for my 4th pick, which is the weirdest one, and a lot of people are going to be angry about it? So I'm going to take the bathroom fight from Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li. Now, it's between Chun-Li and Kentana. And I was thinking, I need a nightclub fight. But I don't want to pick Fallout, Mission Impossible Fallout, which everyone loves. But I just have an issue with that movie because the bathroom is so clean. This is a Parisian nightclub loaded with thousands of people. And you go into that bathroom and it's spotless. And there's not somebody cleaning it up with a mop bucket. There's no one in there. That would be a full-time job for someone to keep that bathroom that clean. It would be
more than one person.
2 people, yeah, to keep it that clean. So whenever I watch it, I just can't do it. Like, you got a bunch of drunk partiers on who knows what. Even if it's a high-scale joint. I worked at a bar. The bathroom in that place was horrendous. Man.
I've drank at a bar. I've never seen a good bathroom at a bar. Ever.
Never. Like, ghoulies are coming out of them. So it's like, that's why I chose this one, because it's not good, right? The stunt choreographer, I remember when they made Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li. It's a very bad film. But Chris Klein playing Nash is one of my all-time favorite performances of screen. I love his performance. But the stunt choreographer, the stunt coordinator, the fight coordinator, his name's Dion Lam, and he did Spider-Man 2, Red Cliff. The guy worked on all the Matrix movies, Black Mask, one of the greatest fight choreographers, stunt people around the world. And he did this fight. Now...
What?
Yes. And listen, is this a good fight? No. Is this okay, objectively and subjectively bad fight? Yes. But it has some, it's so odd. And it just, okay, the fight in Fallout's great. And you're like, oh, yeah, it's so good. But I never once went, really? I never thought to ask myself, is this scene? And this is the entire fight here. So, I mean, it happens where Chun-Li's going in to meet Quintana. They said she kind of flirted with her to get her in there. And then it's just a really bad fight scene where essentially 70% of it is Quintana holding on to a sink, not trying to get pulled away from the sink. That's 70% of the fight.
I think what adds to it is the colors, right? The colors are all over the place. Like, if you look at something, like the Mission Impossible, it's very sterile, right? And a lot of, like, muted tones, a lot of grays and blacks or shades of grays and blacks, right? But this is just, it's like every shade of green, and then you have, like, blue and red dresses with, like, gold every so often. Like, it's just fascinating. I mean, I can't not look at it. You know what I mean? I'm not even a Street Fighter guy. Growing up, I was Mortal Kombat, I was Tekken. So when the Street Fighter films came along, I was like, oh, okay. But there's something about this scene where even the tile on the walls, right? Like, it's, I don't know. There's just something about all these colors. Maybe that's what they thought. They're like, look, you're going to be too distracted by all these colors to pay attention to the fights. And it just happened. Imagine if, like, a Jackson Pollock painting got in a fight in a bathroom.
Whoa.
Just color it.
With vessel sinks in it, too.
Which I feel like is this the only one with a vessel sink?
And that's what swayed me, too, because they're like glass vessel sinks.
There you go.
And there's a head smash on that vessel sink, which would be life-ending.
You have to.
Yeah. In all these fights, you've never seen someone drag someone else's leg while they're trying to hold on. There's no reason to really hold on to that sink for 40 seconds.
No, not at all.
And then it ends with an arm lock.
It kind of like enough. Like, if you watch, like, I used to watch wrestling as a child, right? Like WWE, stuff like that. And when a match ended in a submission or a tap out, I'm like, come on, you want to see the pin, you want to see the final drop, you want to see the character get up, and then onward and onward they go. But this one we don't. Like, it's all very tame. Her hand, she should have never been able to hold on to that. The faucet for so long because it's cylindrical, right? The hand should have slid up. When they broke the sink, they should have used those glass shards in, like, a knife situation. That would have been super cool.
And there's a gut kick, but it sends back Kristen Crook very slowly into a bathroom stall. I do like that she climbs over a bathroom stall. That's another thing that hasn't been utilized much in these films, that she actually climbs into another one. It's like peekaboo for a moment.
Like a magic trick gone awry.
I love a good bathroom gag. And listen, is this fight better than the bathroom fights in, say, World's End or Ninja Assassin or The Matrix? No. But does it feature some things I've never seen before? And does it feature vessel sinks? Yes. And that's why I'm picking it. I'm unapologetic about it. Give me more vessel sinks in film fights.
I'm with you. I like the pick. It's not traditional, but you're bringing a lot of good logic to this. You had great logic with this. You had great logic with the Warriors pick, even though that was mine, but you provided great logic to it. Like, it's...
I just been talking over all your picks.
It just works. But it works. Like, it all makes sense. I'm for it.
Oh, so that's mine. What's your fourth pick?
My fourth pick, I want to mix it up. I want to do something a little bit goofy. And Naked Gun 2.5.
So good.
Growing up, my father's was really big into, like, Airplane and a lot of the Mel Brooks films. So we watched a lot of, oddly enough, just like Leslie Nielsen stuff. So all the Naked Guns, like, and I hate to say it, but for me, after a while, the Naked Gun films kind of all blended together because, the plot changed, but you don't even care about it sometimes. You just look forward to, like, the jokes and where they're going to go. And this one's no different, right? Like, you have an assassin come in to take out Frank's ex-girlfriend, and he's putting on the silencer, and it's creepy, right?
Yeah.
Like, a woman's taking a shower. You are a shower curtain away, and you're just putting on the silencer. You're loading up the revolver. You're getting ready. But she's singing this beautiful song, and all of a sudden, like, he's rolling a tear, and, like, he starts singing along, and it just gets goofy from there. And it's like the Jack Reacher fight scene, but amplified. Like it takes the goofiness of that, right, and kind of like a bunch of folly, if you will, and then it adds like the Looney Tune-ness from like the Terminator 3 film. You throw in a toothbrush and a hairdryer, and you got Naked Gun 2.5.
Wonderful singing from the way we were, belting that. Hector Savage in this movie, he's a savage. And I'm going to tell you something. If we had to do a draft of best moments in bathroom fights, my number one moment out of every bathroom fight ever is in this scene. Do you want to talk about it?
It's got to be the toothbrush.
I was thinking the towel.
Oh,
am I crazy?
God.
Am I crazy?
How am I? Absolutely is the best. I don't know why, and maybe this is something about my psyche. I find muffled screams really funny in film. There's something about like when someone gets mad and they grab a pillow and scream into it, or so. I don't know what it is. Like it makes me giggle like a little kid, and I don't. This is no different. He throws the towel in his face to distract him, and he just like almost like he's being suffocated by it, and he screams a little bit. Like I don't know what it is, but they're so funny to me, and this is no different. Like
it's such a great primal yell because that towel is just sticking to it. It's like a prick, like a thumbtack towel just got stuck to his face.
Yes.
With Tabasco
like a double-sided
sauce.
stick towel. Yeah.
A Tabasco sauce. Wait, what did I say? Tabasco sauce, thumbtack towel, just wedged to your face.
It's a lot going on in that towel.
But I'll
tell you what though, that towel looks comfortable.
Oh
like,
yeah,
it
that's
looks
soft.
Flush.
Costume department. I mean, props department did a great job on that. Yeah. I also love too that you get the cheeky gag where they open the shower open, they both look at her, and then the toothbrush gag. I mean, that's a great toothbrush gag when he sticks it in his mouth and he starts foaming.
Because it would realistically be like a blood thing where you're cutting into somebody and the blood's going everywhere. Nope. Toothpaste foam? What do you call that? Because you have the toothpaste, right? And you have, I mean, what do you call that? Foam? I always said like the foam, but that doesn't seem right to me.
Yeah, what was coming out of his mouth?
Well, just in general, when you brush your teeth and you get that buildup.
Man, that's a great question. Foam? I think it is foam.
Is it foam? Because it's obviously it just kind of cleans your teeth. You're supposed to keep it in there as long as you can. Obviously, it's almost like a mouthwash kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I never. What if there's like a specific scientific term for it?
Toothpaste gunk. This is stupid. That's B-.
But you know what? It might be a B-, but it's an A for effort.
And there's a good gut shot in this too, which the hairdryer bit. Oh man, where hair blows him in the face with a hairdryer. Man.
And it's interesting because I'm looking at these and it follows the cliches of everything, right? He gets him down on the ground and the knife is coming at him, in this case a toothbrush. But usually they're somehow able to pivot and they hit him with a fist, but instead he brings out the hairdryer. I guess in a typical fight, would that be a gun he pulls out and he swings it? He wouldn't shoot him in the face because you know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be a knife, right? And he holds it until like he grabs it with one arm, but then he uses the Kramer versus Kramer toothbrush to stab him.
Yes, it's something it's just out of reach, and then he gets there, but he gets 3 solid stabs, not 2.5 or 3 1/4, like 3 solid stabs.
Yeah, they all go in the neck.
right in the jugular.
But this fight is so funny. I've never seen anything like that. He just starts singing. This is a terrible hitman, by the way. It's like a great terrible hitman. Because he sneaks in there and he has the kill, but he just is. Emotional people should never be hitmen. That's what cost Hector Savage in this fight.
Absolutely, and maybe a little bit of pride too, because when people sing. If you're in your car or in the shower, you're singing, you're not worried about it, right? You're like, I don't care who hears me. I feel joy in my heart, and I want to express that through song.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, he's just like, I know I'm gonna belt it, and he does. Like he goes for it. He goes just full Streisand. To him, he's like, this is great. This is Grammy Award right here. But to her, it's terrifying because there's someone in here and they're singing.
I love it. That's perfect. Sorry, go for it.
No, I was going to say, and I'm sure Hector's a nice guy, but he's got this grimace on his face when he gets in there. He's like, I'm ready to kill. He almost looks like the Bad from Good, the Bad, the Ugly. His name escapes me right now. Not Eli Wallach.
Lee Van Cleef?
Yes. His face is kind of a pointed, right? Until she starts singing, and then it just completely goes away.